Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
We are online. Hare Krishna. Jai Gaur Hari. So we welcome you all to this talk series on happiness, the path of happiness. We'll do this series, maybe there'll be 2 talks, 3 talks, maybe 4. I can't tell you now that what will be the pace of it, but today is the first part of the series which we are planning. So we welcome you on behalf of Gaurang Institute for Vedic Education, and we all pray to the Supreme Lord, Shri Shri Radha Kṛṣṇa, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai, to our spiritual master, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Thakur Srila Prabhupada, and all the spiritual masters in the valid Parampara Sampradaya disciplic succession, So we'll start with chanting some mantras. These mantras have been going to be chanted for one reason. The purpose is to chant these mantras. The purpose behind is very simple, that we request the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Shri Radha Gopsresht, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai, our revered Guru, Srila Prabhupada, and all the Vaishnav devotees of the Lord, and all the spiritual masters to come and bless us, bless me and bless you all who are hearing this lecture. What do we want in the blessing? We want that the Lord blesses me so that I can speak in such a way that you understand what I tell you, and bless you all so that you can understand what I am saying. So please fold your hands when you welcome someone. What is the culture in India? The culture in Bharat, the culture of Sanatan Dharma is this: when you invite someone, you have to welcome the person. So we are inviting the Supreme Lord, Shri Shri Radha Gopsresht, Gaur Nitai, and the spiritual masters, our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. So we should fold our hands. That is the way we do it in Indian culture. So please fold your hands and listen to these mantras. Don't worry if you can't understand them, because they have been equated with fire in the Vedas. If a child who does not know that the fire burns, and still if he puts his hand in the fire burns. In the same way, the mantras, you may not understand them, don't worry. They will have their effect. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukpadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Kṛṣṇa Padana Shri Radha Jai Shri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Kṛṣṇa Kṛṣṇa Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Now I am going to chant our invocation mantra, where we invite our our spiritual master. So first I'll speak, you listen, and then you speak, I listen. So please chant after me. If you can do it, that will be very nice for you. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Jai Gaur Hari. So the topic for these talks is, what is the topic? Science of real happiness. That is the topic. Yes, it's a science. Yes. Because if you follow the process properly, sincerely, it will give you the desired result. So we'll start with some questions, some inquiry. There are two types of inquiries. One is a serious inquiry and one is a not serious inquiry. What is a not serious inquiry? Is something like this, that you're just inquiring for the heck of it. You're not interested in basically, if you get the answer to the inquiry, you're not interested in basically follow what has been told to you. So questioning, you must have heard it. Questioning is a sign of intelligence. So we start with some questions. Why do we study? Why? Why do we earn money? Why do we marry? Why do we want respect? Why do we travel? Why do we want success? Why do we eat good food, healthy food? Why do we scroll social media? Why do we avoid pain? Anything which you do, why do you do it? Simple, very simple. Because behind every action of life, there is one common search. The search for happiness. The search for happiness. One common search. There are not multiple searches. The common search is happiness. We want to study so that ultimately you know what is right and what is wrong. Now right and wrong, what I want and what I do not want. But ultimately what do you? You want something, why? Because you want to be happy. So ultimately, everyone is searching for happiness. Now the question comes, what is happiness? Have you ever inquired that what is happiness? A very pertinent question, because in every action of your life, ultimately it does not result in happiness. You are a failure. Is it right or wrong? It's a fact. Sometimes you say, no, I don't want my happiness, I want the other person's happiness. I want the world's happiness. But by doing that, what do you get? Happiness. Why do you do that act? Why do you perform that act? Because you feel happy. Ultimately, again it boils down to what? The search for happiness. But most of the people do not know that they are looking out for happiness. They think fulfilling of their desires is what they want, but they do not know that after fulfilling of the desires, what happens? What mental state do you get? What mental state? Because this is not something external, try to understand. It is not something external. What you are actually aspiring for is internal. Happiness is external or internal? Internal. You feel good. What is that? Internal or external? Internal. And where internal? In the mind. What? So happiness is a state of mind. But can you come to that state of mind? Sorry, you cannot. Not possible. You want to go to the 100th floor of a building. Can you go directly to the 100th floor? Say yes, by the lift. No, you have to cross 1 to 99. Ground floor to 99. So no, I'll take a helicopter and land on the helipad. But there also the helicopter has to start from the ground floor. You may not see the floor, but the height is there. So in the same way, happiness cannot be attained directly. There is a staircase to happiness. What is it? Staircase to happiness. There are different levels. When you attain the first level, you come to the second level. When you come to the second level, you come to the third level. That third level is happiness. Now, do you know what the first and second level are? No. The first level is satisfaction. What is it? Oh, it is against motivation. There are two shuns. One satisfaction, other is motivation. You want motivation, but you shun satisfaction. Motivated for what? Ultimately, what do you want? Happiness. So you should be motivated for happiness. And it is directly connected to one more shun, satisfaction. Remember this. This is what is missing today in society. There is only motivation. Nothing wrong. But if it should be for satisfaction. Why? Because satisfaction gives you peace. What does it give you? Peace of mind. Satisfaction is also in the mind. It is a state of mind. It's a mental state. Remember one thing. It is not something external. It is a mental state. Feel satisfied. And when you feel satisfied, what is the next level you come to? It's peace. Don't worry, I'll just give you an example to make you understand. You get peace. And the moment you get peace, you get happiness. So how can a person go directly to happiness? Can you go directly to happiness? No. Because it is dependent on the peace, and peace of mind is dependent on the satisfaction of the mind. They are dependent on one another. And satisfaction is dependent on your intelligence. You'll say, how? I'll not explain now or you'll get confused. Let's work on it. That how intelligence is so important for satisfaction. The intelligence is needed for satisfaction. Very important. But now let us take the basics. So one thing is clear. From the ant to the billionaire, from the child to the philosopher, from the atheist to the saint, everyone is searching for happiness. Jai Ho. From the ant to the billionaire, from the child to the philosopher, From the atheist to the saint, everyone is searching for happiness. Atheist also, yes. Theist and atheist, a philosopher, a billionaire, an ant, a poor person. Everyone is searching for happiness. Everyone. Nobody wants suffering. So as I told you, satisfaction gives you peace. And peace gives you happiness. If you're dissatisfied, you will be not peaceful. If you are not peaceful, you will be unhappy. And single word for unhappy is suffering. You will be suffering. So most of the people, what do? They want happiness, peace, love, fulfillment, security, a meaning to life. A meaning to life. What does meaning to life mean? The life I am living has to have a meaning, not to end in a big zero. Would any one of you like to have the ending to be a big zero? No one wants it. Everyone wants a continuity. What does he want? A continuity. Now the question crops up. If everyone wants happiness so badly, then why is the world so unhappy? Oh my God. Everyone wants what? Happiness. Everyone wants happiness. But then why is the world so unhappy? Why is the world so dissatisfied? Remember, you're asking for world peace. You're asking for peace in personal life. But again, I tell you one thing. You can't get peace till you don't get satisfaction. You won't get peace. I'm sorry. No. Peace is dependent on satisfaction. So you understand how it works. This is a science. Is it not a science? It is a science. So everyone is unhappy but asking for happiness, looking out for happiness. Individually and collectively, everyone is unhappy. Because when individually you are unhappy, then collectively also everyone will be unhappy. Very simple. What is today's reality? Let's just dwell a little bit on that. That what is today's reality? Anxiety increasing, depression increasing, loneliness increasing, broken relationships increasing, addictions increasing, comparison increasing. You keep comparing. He has been to Europe, I have not been to Europe, I should go to Europe. Foolish man. In your previous life, you were the president of Germany. So now you want to go there. People comparing in everything. He is so famous, I should become more famous. He's got so much wealth, I should have more wealth. Comparison is going on. Not satisfied. A person who is satisfied, would he compare? No, he would not compare. Just think about it. Till you are comparing, you are dissatisfied. Hey, Radha Kai Prabhu? Hey, Lokaran? Think about it. If you are comparing, you are not satisfied with your position. To be very honest, I had not made my passport also. I had tons of money. There were no problems. So when they asked me, when I was in ISKCON, they asked me to go to a conference in Brussels. So, the person who was heading us, I said, I don't have a passport. Oh, you've been a general manager of a 5-star hotel and you got so much of Lakshmi, so much of money. You don't have a passport. I was never interested in going out. Never. Yeah, this is bogus. Man, what bogus? When I'm not interested in going out of India, what is bogus? There was a cousin of ours who was in Canada since 1964. He used to tell both of us, me and my younger brother, hey, I'll get you married with a Canadian Indian. And you can live in Canada. No, we live here only. We live here only. We are happy. He never got his passport made. He got his passport when he died. At that time, everyone gets visa. But you do not know the stamp. Visa of which place? Huh? Swarga, Narka, Yamrok, or Vaikuntha. Actually, we should aspire to get visa for Vaikuntha. Otherwise, you'll keep traveling in this material world. Because those, luckily, I've got my memory, my hard disk gets cleaned every 1-2 months. So I went to States, but I forgot now. Where did I go? Radha Kavi made some nice pulao, that I remember. Being a Brahman, biryani hai Prabhuji? You remember that? So that was prasadam, so I have to remember it. So comparison. What all you do, 99% is comparison. He did this, I am greater, I have been there. See, you just see the parents, when they send their son to America, see how they move. My son has been to America. Obey, that is a pure land of hell. It is a hellish planet on this planet. What? Because it incites you to go to the actual planet. So it becomes a part of hell. So comparison, wherever you see comparison, his clothes, my clothes, everywhere. Restlessness is increasing, not stable. Restlessness is increasing. Sometimes here, sometimes there. Can't stick at one place. Change that nature. Change that nature. Stick at one place. Learn to do that. The mind will never tell you to stick at one place. Remember this. We have more comfort than previous generations, but less contentment, less satisfaction. More comforts and less contentment. And the fact is this, actually comfort is inversely proportional to contentment. If the comfort increases, contentment goes down. When comfort goes down, contentment increases. Inversely proportional, this means this only, na Prabhuji? If I am right. What do people think of happiness? Which includes you, all who are listening. Okay, what do we actually call happiness? Let's see our state today and our state after understanding happiness. Today, what do we think happiness to be? Getting what I want, removing discomfort, pleasing the senses, getting appreciation. है ना? Someone says, wow. And you say, do you think that will be happiness? And when he goes behind your back, he says, foolish man. I do not know how he is doing all this. Huh? Third class person. And in front of you, you are great. So I was telling Lokanand Prabhu that when I was young, in school and college, we used to call the person. Like a person's name is Arun, we used to say, Arun the Great, born in a plate, near the bathroom gate. So I had made this. So that is what your greatness is. What? Achieving success. Success means desires being fulfilled. Being with loved ones. Being with. Now you think that the other person is loving you, but the person wants that kab jayega. When will he go? But you are very dolly with the person. Come, sit down. What will you have? Jayega kab? When will he go? Hai Prabhuji? They come in at any time. That Guruji calls us any time. When you will stop doing this? Some time is for me. Sorry. No time is for you. All your time is for Kṛṣṇa. Sorry. All your time is for getting happiness. All your time is for getting happiness. Then if you control your life, what does that mean? If your life is moving according to your plans, you think you control your life. But sometimes you become so decontrolled, you meet with an accident. I did not think, Lokanand Prabhu, I did not think my partner will run away with my money. Prabhu? No. You planned? Your life was in your control. Your partner was with you, but he ran away with your money also. He did not run away. He ran away with your money, hard-earned money. He thought that money was honey. Now, let us go a little deeper. See, superficially, what does intelligence mean? Actually, humans have been described in the scriptures which tell us how to reach happiness. That the animals, they see things superficially. What do? But a human being should look deeper. Like they say, the Brahmaputra river, which flows in India through Assam, it's not turbulent on the surface, but they say inside it is very turbulent. So if a person goes in thinking that it is very peaceful, the water is not turbulent, but once he goes in, the undercurrents are very, very powerful. That's why 4 devotees lost their life. So in the same way, we should try to study. No. Piranha is also a fish. You may think, oh, they are fishes. And if you go into the water, in few seconds your leg will be gone. They'll eat away your legs in seconds. You were thinking they were fish. That is an external understanding. But what is a deeper understanding? Oh, these fishes are man-eaters. So when your legs are finished, you go in more. And they finish you off the whole body in seconds. In seconds. So that is, you had a superficial understanding that it is also a fish. But what type of fish? So in the same way, I talked about these things that you get appreciation or you get some of your desire fulfilled and you feel happy. Let us go deeper to understand happiness. Is that real, true happiness? Is it the happiness which I am asking for? You'll say, yes, my desire is fulfilled. But the question deeper means what? To question, is this happiness which I have got permanent? Is this happiness which I have got, is it permanent? Does it fully satisfy me? Does it fully satisfy me? And why does this happiness disappear so quickly? Huh? Have you ever asked this question? No. You should have. This is what humans are for. You should not be like dogs. If they get a biscuit, they wag their tail. And that is a sign that they are happy. So when they get this biscuit, they are very satisfied. So they become peaceful. And they become happy. So they wag their tail. That is superficial. It's temporary. We'll talk, I'm just giving you, we'll talk more detailed on this particular subject, very important subject. People don't give time to understand this. When you talk about this subject, they say we don't have time. What you are aspiring to get happiness and you don't have time for happiness? You did IIT, got gold medal. You did IIM, Ahmedabad, got gold medal. But then you got a temporary job. You could have got a permanent job, but you took a temporary job. Without realizing, oh, that was temporary. You said, job, offering maybe $1 million per year, package. But you do not see that it was bracketed, it was written temporary. And the other place, it was also written $900,000. That is $9 lakh. $1 million means $10 lakh. It was written $9 lakh. Say, oh, $100,000 less. But there it was written permanent. You did not see that sign of permanent. And you took up the job of the temporary. And it was so temporary that it was annual payment. But you were chucked out of the door after 10 days. Huh? How much money would you receive? Contract is for 1 year, but you are only kept for 10 days. So you will be given 10 days salary. Finished. That's what mostly people do. They don't see. They got the same time. That man had the same time in which he could apply for this temporary job and for the Permanent job. Time was same, he was same, place was the same. There were only 2 windows. But he didn't go deeper. The temporary was written was very small. They were cheating people. There was a huge queue in that particular window. Because your salary was so high. But that side, there were only 1 or 2 people who were standing there. And these people were joking. Foolish man. That's how they joke with us. Foolish. Huh? But when they met after 1 month, who was foolish? The big queue was foolish. But these people, 1 or 2 people who were standing on that line, now they started laughing. See? You are on the road, barefooted, we are in the Mercedes. Hai Prabhu? No, you don't have time. You are queuing before temporary happiness. So we'll try to understand some words. Like when we study science, the teacher tells us that these are the certain words which will coming very handy for you. So I'll just give you a short definition of these words. They do it. This word is going to be regularly used, like when we started studying spiritual science, words like divine, transcendental, material, all these were used very profusely. Huh? Every second sentence had these words. So we had to have understanding of these words. Na? Mostly people don't know. So this is what happened. So now let us take up some words which you use very, very much, but do not know the real meaning behind it. The internal, the deeper meaning. The words are, first, pleasure. What is pleasure? Temporary sensory stimulation. First word is temporary. Sensory stimulation. Like when you eat something. Very tasty. Temporary stimulation. Is it continuous? Will it stay with you for a year? For a few months? No. If it stays with me for 1 hour also it is enough. But it does not stay. Sometimes people say, Hare, I've eaten this, now don't give me something else. Let that taste be there. But how long? How long? Shopping. You go out to buy something, you see, got it. When you get it, and if it is something which you have been looking out for a year, for example, on different websites, and for different shopping malls and shopping centers, and you at last get it, what will happen? You buy it. And then what happens? Most of the time it happens is, you keep it and you forget it. Huh, Prabhuji? Because some other desire which has come is yet to be fulfilled. Entertainment. Going to a comedy movie, for example. Laughing. Oh, maja aa gaya. We really, what pleasurable movie was it? It's not happiness. You confuse the word pleasure with happiness. For God's sake, stop doing it. Stop doing this. It's the wrong word for happiness. It's a type of happiness, yes, I agree. It's a type of happiness. I would not deny that. But what type of happiness? Which comes and goes. Then relief. When you get relief from something, you feel happy. But that's also not happiness. That's also not happiness. When the pain goes away, when you take a painkiller, what happens? Is the disease cured or your pain is, you get relief from the pain? This is like painkiller. The relief which you feel after taking that painkiller, you feel happy. No, it's not gone, don't worry, baby. Just wait, just wait. Let the effect of the painkiller finish and then you will see yourself where you stand. Do you understand? Headache gone. Again headache came. Exam over. Get ready for next. Hai Prabhuji? If you see really your job, every day is an exam. You can't afford to lose. Can you, Radhakai Prabhu? The more you lose, the better. Get ready for another job. So every day, one exam gone. Second is coming. One slap. Next comes on the other cheek of yours. Huh? Then excitement. Wedding. Dancing. Huh? Excitement. Music. Get excited. You get promotion, you get excited. No? You get that. Then distraction. What is the next? Distraction. Like, the doctors use it very much. When they are vaccinating a child, they'll say, "Oh, there goes the bird." And then the child says, "Oh, took." Does not feel the pain. Distracted. What happened? Distraction. So you don't feel the pain. Then having a headache. But you get the mobile and you start scrolling. Where is the headache? Then when the scrolling finishes, actually it is increased. So these are things which just distract you. And then one thing which is real happiness. Deep, stable. It is deep and stable. It does not go away. That is real happiness. All these other words which I talked about, they give also an happiness, a sense of happiness. A sense of happiness, but it is not real happiness. Learn to differentiate between real happiness and apparent happiness, which looks like happiness, but it is not happiness. Like pleasure, relief from pain, excitement, distraction. Learn. You'll have to know all this, very important. Now I'll give you a very strong statement, which looks to be very heavy, but this is for you to basically work on, think on. Most of what we call happiness is not happiness. It is only a temporary relief from inner emptiness. It's a temporary relief from inner emptiness. Like a person is hungry. Wow, you have excellent food, smelling very nice. Oh my God. Smell is so nice. But it is only smell. You will not have eaten the food. It is only smell. So don't get disillusioned by this. This is the highest illusion which the world is going through. Looking out for happiness, every single person is looking out for happiness. But still they are unhappy. Why does a country attack the other country? Because it is dissatisfied. And can a dissatisfied person become happy? How can a dissatisfied person be? He'll not be peaceful. So this temporary happiness is called in the science of happiness, this is known as material happiness. What is it called? Material happiness. Why? What is its 4 defects? It is fleeting. It is temporary. It goes away. Its coming was also an illusion. You thought it is there, but it is not there. Because the hardness in the ice is not its natural quality. That is due to some external influence. It is water. Its natural quality is to be not to have hardness. Its natural quality is fluid. What is it? Fluid. Remove that externally and see what is the external agency? Low temperature. That's why it becomes solidified. Remove that external and you see it. So that was temporary. Its nature is temporary. So whatever gives us happiness, which we think to be happiness today, like the body, the youth, beauty, wealth, fame, relationships, possessions, achievements, all these are temporary. Your body is temporary. There are parties in the West when you become a teen. And if I say in Hindi, us teen ka baj jata hai bean. 18 it finishes. 19 it is ready, gone. 19 and 20 it is gone. And then they cry. Then youth comes. Then youth also goes. Every child wants to become a youth. See, have you ever tried to notice this? Every child wants to become a youth very fast. That's why they think by smoking we'll become like an elder. That's why they take up smoking, most of them. Trying to impress. And they try to actually impress the opposite sex. I'm elderly now. Youth. And then he becomes, after youth gone, mid-age, white hair. Radha Kavi Prabhu has no problem. Kṛṣṇa has blessed him. white. And this is more in ladies. White hair. The more you are attached to the body, the more the problem is bigger. And then when you become old, then you want to become a child again. Right? Oh, those days were so beautiful. Decide what you want. When you were a child, you wanted to become a youth. Now when you become old, you want to become a child. A foolish man. Unstable person. What were those days? They don't want to become youth also. They want to become children. No. They want to become a child. Then youth, it will also go. Beauty, like tutti frutti, melts away. All the cosmetic companies are running due to beauty. Hide the wrinkles. If you tell a 90 years old lady also that you look like 40, Prabhuji. Hello, Kanand Prabhu. All the work of lotions, potions, cosmetic industry doing so well, but the person is going to hell. Wealth. First to earn it and then to keep it. First to earn it, then to keep it. And then now when you come to old age, you think it will go away. So some consolation is there, I will give it to my children. They are also part of me. Foolish man, you are also children of someone else in your previous birth. These children who have come are actually people from whom you have taken debt. People from whom you have taken debt are the ones who become your children. Debtors. You are going to pay for it. Wealth should be which is with me, will remain with me. That is why it will give you happiness. Then relationships. Today people, relationship is almost finished. Marriage was some type of temporary relationship. But now they have removed that also. Live-in, what? That is no relation. And they call it live-in relationship. What? No responsibility. No sense of duty. Nothing. Relationships, base of relationship is a sense of responsibility. That is the base, that is the foundation of a relationship. But that no one wants. So relationships are finishing. You live your life, I live my life. Possessions. My house, my car. 99% own a car to show off. 1% people only are there who take a car. Reasons they may give any. But they want a big car to show off. Then someone put up a question. I still remember. He asked me, can preaching be sense gratification? He asked me, can preaching be sense gratification? I mean, yes. Why not? I know a devotee, a very senior devotee in ISKCON, who told me very clearly, Hare, see, I am in ISKCON. I travel all over the world. I am giving lectures in Australia, America, Europe and all this. I am preaching. But actually he was trying to tell me traveling all over the world. Pure sense gratification. Preaching he was using as an alibi. Preaching was not his main purpose. Sorry. No. You can't fool Kṛṣṇa. You can fool everyone but not Kṛṣṇa. Why are you going? Why are you traveling? He told me very clearly. He told me a name of a state, I don't want to repeat the name. He said, if I was there only, I was not in ISKCON, I would be just a teacher. But now I have come here, traveling all over the world. See, I am staying in a 5-star hotel. Others are paying for it. I give lectures all over the world. But that was the last statement when he saw that my face, I was not getting impressed. He said, but what is his first thing? Because he knew that 99.9% people in the world are moving around. They want disciples. They want to move around. They want wealth. Why? Sense gratification. So that opened my eyes. That means most of the people are like this. But are you fit enough? He fell down many times. But as he was in a senior position collecting lot of money, so he was excused. You can't stay. If you go to, it's only Prabhupada, a person like Prabhupada could basically say his god brother, a very great devotee, sannyasi, Nashtik brahmachari he went to Italy for 15 days preaching tour. He didn't go for sense gratification. In 3 days he came back. He said, my God, only a person like Prabhupada can handle this, I can't handle it. Hari bol for what? For Puri Maharaj or Prabhupada? Both. He at that level avoided Maya. But we go like, I'll see Maya. We are not afraid of having possessions, which are very dangerous. Possessions drag us down. Possessions drag us down. Because we start thinking mine. And spiritual, a very famous book on happiness, known as Srimad Bhagavatam, basically states very clearly the wrong identification after which, due to which, comes out this factor of mine. Finishes you. Your happiness is finished. And achievements, what achievements? We'll talk about these points later also. For example, new phone gives you happiness for 3 days. A new car, happiness for 1 month. Then someone bangs into it. A dent. And then after some time, 2-3 people more put, "Theek hai yaar, let's." Initially, first scratch is very, like someone has put a scratch on our heart. Nahi? Motorcycle also. Someone banged into. Then after that, when it is banged nicely, so, promotion. Happiness for some time, then starts the leg pulling. and your workload starts up. Where you have to prove yourself, and you can only prove yourself through the team. And the team people are sitting there who want your position. They want you to fail so that they can occupy your position. Now you have to take care of your work and take care of their work, that they don't work too much, so that they become magarmach and eat away a job. That's the balancing act. What is it called? The balancing act. Something hither, something little bit hither. Praise. Ah, you're a great person. Then another person, that. Someone was saying great. Other was saying born in a plate. Now am I great or born in a plate near the bathroom gate? What am I? Start feeling. I have seen. Someone will come and tell me your lecture was excellent. Then someone will go, theek tha. Okay. Then all puncture. What? Great, and then the puncture is there. And my puncturing factor is British, is my wife. Immediately, if I feel, all hawa gone. All hawa gone. Then mind becomes. The problem is not that we get happiness. The problem is that it does not stay. Second, it creates dependency. It creates dependency. This material, this shadow happiness makes us dependent on external conditions. You lose control of your life because now your life is controlled by external conditions. Like if people behave well with me, I am happy. Money is coming, I am happy. Body is healthy, I am happy. Plans succeed, I am happy. Praise comes, I am happy. But what happens when these change? They talk of proactive. But the moment these things change, you become reactive. You change according to the weather. Hare, this man changes according to weather. His nature is like this. We say sometimes. Remember that? कि मौसम की तरह बदलता है. He changes like weather. Because the weather changes and he changes. They say that he changes his friends like weather. Winter, he closes down the AC. Summer, he puts it on. He needs you, he calls you. He does not need you, he rejects you. And you also become like a weatherman. Sometime up, sometime down. Have you thought about it? Have you sit down and seen? And this is not God's doing, please, for God's sake. That's the biggest mistake you do. Is God very happy seeing you suffer? Bogus! You suffer due to your own acts of this lifetime or previous lifetimes. We'll talk on that also. When my happiness depends on unstable or temporary objects and things and people, my happiness also becomes unstable. Is it right or wrong? If your boat has got leaks, then the boat will also go down, you will also drown. Is it right or wrong? that which is outside your control cannot be the foundation of your peace, of your satisfaction or your happiness. How can a thing which is outside your control can give you satisfaction, peace or happiness? Is it possible? Not possible. Third, it decreases with repetition. It decreases with repetition. What gives excitement, enjoyment, first time does not give the same joy later. Like favorite sweet. How much can you eat? First may give you great. Like when you are hungry, in the beginning, when you eat food, it gives you a lot of satisfaction. That gives peace, and that gives happiness. Temporary. But then keep on eating more, then what happens? Same thing in new relationship. Love marriage. Sure. And then marriage, love starts to. Then you have to read, what is this word? It has disappeared. Then it becomes relationship. Then relation also becomes a ship. In this big ocean, where am I? Wife or husband has said bye-bye. Vacation. Excited when you are going there. When you come back, everyone goes for 3-4 days to the hill station. I never went in my life for 3-4 days to a hill station. Hare, you go from a sweltering heat into for a vacation. So nice. And then after 3 days again you come back to the furnace. I said I better be in the furnace and be happy. Because whenever I used to go for 1 month or 1.5 months. Why? Are we mad? Huh? And most people are mad. Hai Prabhuji? Because you are accustomed to a furnace. Now you go into air condition. Back to tandoor. Back to the furnace. Vacation. Shopping. Entertainment. All these are what? Adau amrita ante vishya. In the beginning it feels like nectar, honey. Later it becomes poison. Later it becomes poison. The senses, remember, happiness from the contact of the senses. For you, understand, eyes, nose, tongue, ear and touch, this skin. Basics. What you think to be happiness is coming from these 5 when they touch their objects. But actually, the mind is considered as the king of all these senses. So the enjoyer is the mind. The enjoyer is the mind. The senses are only transferring the stimulation. So it says in one of the greatest books of Science of Happiness, happiness from contact of senses with their sense objects. Like ear. What is the sense object of the ear? Sound. Sense object of the eyes? Form. Sense object of the tongue? Taste. Right? So what does it say? Contact of senses with the sense objects appears like nectar in the beginning and poison in the end. Overeating, like example, lust, addiction, over-entertainment, greed, intoxication, ego-based competition, false ego-based competition. Remember one thing, the senses promise happiness, but they never promise satisfaction. That means they are making a fool out of us. How can you get happiness without being satisfied? But the senses promise you happiness without satisfaction. I will make you a rich person. You will be a billionaire. You will have billions of dollars, but I will not give you a single dollar. How can I become a rich person money-wise if I don't have a single rupee or money? So that is how the senses cheat you. They promise happiness, but they do not promise satisfaction. And fourth, it increases your craving. You want more after you have once. Fire and petrol analogy is given in the books which tell us how to reach happiness. They say that if you put petrol, gas in the fire, it will burn more. It looks that it will satisfy. Like if the wood is burning and you put a lot of clarified butter onto it, it looks that the fire has gone down, but actually then it comes out in a blast. Comes out more strongly. So your craving. Material enjoyment does not end desire. It often feeds the desire. It does not end desire, it feeds the desire. It is the food for desire. You cannot extinguish fire by pouring petrol. No. Similarly, remember one thing, lust does not end by indulgence. Greed does not end by possession. Ego does not end by praise. Envy does not end by competition. Srila Prabhupada, our spiritual master, if you want to understand, he can be called our happiness master. What? He showed us the path of happiness. He says, the desires of the senses is never satisfied. When I use this word material, remember it means senses. The more we feed uncontrolled desires, listen to this. The more we feed the uncontrolled desires, the more hungry the heart becomes, the senses become. So now we'll go forward in the next week. On Tuesday again we'll meet. But before that, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Yes, Prabhuji. Hare.
For happiness, the root is satisfaction. Now the question is that satisfaction is a habit to be cultivated, or there is a systematic ladder by which you learn to be satisfied.
I told you in the beginning that satisfaction is an art which has to be learned.
Okay. It has to be learned.
So learned. This is not today's topic. Next week I am going to talk about 2 types of happiness. Because fulfillment of desire gives you satisfaction.
True. But to have a permanent
But
kind of satisfaction.
Now here we are using 2 words. Permanent happiness and shadow happiness.
Yes.
Apparent happiness.
True.
So what are these in reality? So when we discuss on this, your question will be answered.
Okay. Thank you.
Because how satisfaction also, I told you that mind has to be, satisfaction is a part of the mind. And the mind is controlled by the intelligence. The intelligence guides the mind. So it tells you how to be satisfied, in how much to be satisfied, by which things you should try to be satisfied.
But then it becomes a habit or
Then it
something
becomes your nature is actually
nature.
to be satisfied.
Second nature is to be satisfied always.
You should be motivated to be satisfied.
All right.
Understand?
Thank you. Yeah.
The motivation should be there for satisfaction. But today motivation is for greed. To get more and more. So that you become bored. But I say motivated for satisfaction. So when you are motivated for satisfaction, you'll automatically get peace and you'll automatically get happiness. So don't try for happiness. Start with satisfaction. But then there is another part of this science where it is said that you should be very dissatisfied. And that dissatisfaction gives you satisfaction. What is this? Don't worry. I'll come to that. How the dissatisfaction will lead to satisfaction and how here satisfaction will lead to dissatisfaction.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
In apparent happiness, when you get apparent happiness, that satisfaction leads to dissatisfaction. And in the other path of real happiness, the dissatisfaction leads to satisfaction. That means it leads to happiness.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other question on the online or something? Last question. Hey, Radha, any questions online? Take one question only. Akam, just check it up. In Hindi? It's not relevant. What? It's not relevant because today class is in English. And the question is in Hindi. So what is the question? Read it out.
Guruji, there is one question online. Devajit ji is asking, Devajit Mandal ji, how to chant fast with attentive hearing?
Huh?
How to chant fast with attentive hearing?
This is not connected with what today's lecture was on. I would request you to keep it, you put this question or ask. givegita.com/ask. We'll answer it there. हाँ जी बोलिए. No more questions. Thank you. People are very intelligent. Only 2 things can be there. People are very intelligent or they are great fools. They did not understand anything. Then you don't ask questions. Or you understood everything, so you don't ask questions. Opposite end. है ना? Very intelligent, know everything. Understood everything. No problem, you can be one of them. It's not a big thing. हाँ जी.
Hare Krishna Guruji Damdam. Guruji, peer review and comparison are same.
What is same?
Peer review and comparison both are same.
Comparison and?
Peer review.
Preview.
Peer review. Peer review. Peer review.
Peer review.
Yes.
I didn't understand. Peer review, what do you mean by peer review? Give me an example.
Peer review means sometimes we review our other company to make better, for betterment.
So every word which I was saying here, anxiety. Now there can be two types of anxieties: positive anxiety, negative anxiety. So in everything there are two parts. So comparison also can be two parts. One is envious comparison, other is comparison in jealousy. As I said before also, comparison in jealousy means you want to do better. In enviousness you want to bring down the other person with whom you are comparing yourself. This is the difference between jealousy and enviousness. So jealousy is positive, where you are not trying to disturb the other person. He is doing his activities, and here you want to do more without disturbing him. So that comparison and that jealousy which arises due to that comparison, where you want to do better, is good, is positive. But when do you want to compare, where you want to bring down the other person because you know that you can't go higher than him, so you want to bring him down lower than your position, that means enviousness. And that is very, very, very bad. It is very negative. It will finish you. It will finish your life. Enviousness is something which is very harmful for the mind. It does not let any positive thoughts come to you. Positivity keeps at a great length from you. All qualities are destroyed by this enviousness. So comparison also, it can be positive and negative. Anxiety can be positive and negative. The anxiety of the doctor to save the patient, is it good or bad? Good. It's plus. So the anxiety is of different kinds. Anxiety for others, welfare, for their well-being is good. It's a positive quality. But anxiety, what will happen to me? I'm gone. This will reach to depression. What will happen in the future? Arey, work now. If you don't work now, future will be bad. Has to be bad. You're sitting at home, got a job. From first of the month you're thinking, I have to pay EMI. The next month, 2 months EMI is there. Oh, I'm in anxiety, I can't go and work. What will happen after 31st of the month? You'll go more down. So that anxiety is negative. It's not good. Got it? Thank you very much. Hanji, yes. Yamneshwar. Jaldi do phone. Give him the mic.
Hare Kṛṣṇa Guruji, thank you. As you said, preaching can also be counted as sense gratification if I am doing it for my own pleasure. So, if I am enjoying the process of preaching, like when I am explaining to somebody about this philosophy, so does that also count as...
No, automatically when you are preaching, you should not try to enjoy by preaching, but the preaching should give enjoyment. See, when the enjoyment word comes first, it becomes a problem. But by that act, you feel happy. Then it is not enjoyment. Because you are doing it for preaching. But the basic fact is this, that when people are basically keeping something else, their main goal is something else, it is not preaching actually. So then it becomes a big, huge problem. That is why when the Guru comes in. But the Shishya has to be qualified to understand the Guru. The Guru also, see, I am telling you the truth. But individually when I am dealing with you, I have to deal like a doctor. You have got 99 fever. Then why should I give you a booster dose of antibiotics? Not needed. A single dose of paracetamol may do. But if you are got high fever, then I have to give you that. But the basic fact is this, if the patient does not take it, he runs away. He does not accept it. He imposes his, just like people come to me. I have taken ticket for Jagannath Puri, can I go? Yeah, you've already taken the ticket. You're making a fool out of me. I am not an information center. I am permission center. What? Permission center, not an information center. Did you ask me before? So these things are there. So in the same way, if tomorrow someone tells me, do not preach, I will not preach. For example, if my senior authority tells me, then I should obey. Finished? Maybe seeing that I may fall down. So this is how it goes.
So that means I can say I'm not affected, like even if I'm enjoying that process, so when that process is removed, so I'm not affected by that. So
No.
in that case, it's not.
I am doing this all to please my spiritual master. That like, I was reading Prabhupada, Hanumanji was doing everything to please Ramji. He had no other intention in mind. Now that intention cannot be known by our spiritual master also. The Guru cannot know the intention, but the Chaitya Guru can know it. The Paramatma knows. He comes out as a Diksha Guru. He comes out as the Guru. But in that Guru form, he is ready to be cheated. But as Paramatma, he is not ready to be cheated. In one form, he is ready to be cheated. If the disciple wants to cheat the Guru, he'll be able to do it. He'll be able to do it. But he's not cheating the Guru. He's cheating himself. So that you have to every time be cautious of that fact that you may tell anything, but the internal Guru who is sitting there, the Supreme Lord as Paramatma, knows every thought of yours. So you have to be cautious. When you are cautious like this, then actually you are every time residing with your Guru also. You are residing with Prabhupada every time. If you have got this mood, then you are residing with Prabhupada every moment. And Prabhupada is residing with Kṛṣṇa, so you are also residing with
Kṛṣṇa.
Like if Prabhupada is taking us to Kṛṣṇa, we are with Prabhupada and Prabhupada goes to Kṛṣṇa, then we are also going to Kṛṣṇa. So when Prabhupada, we are with Prabhupada every time, thinking like this, then Prabhupada is with Kṛṣṇa. So we are also with Kṛṣṇa. So this, one has to be very cautious. Spiritual life is not a hobby. It's not a hobby. Please try to understand. People take it very loosely. So that's not, this path, this science of happiness is very clear for the people who really want happiness. They don't want to be fooled. They want gold. I go to the market to buy gold. I don't want to be cheated. I am ready to pay the price for it. Is it right? So the first thing is, am I ready to pay the price for it? And I am really interested in getting real gold. I want to be cheated. I want 24 karat gold. I don't want 9 karat also. 18 karat also. I want 24 karat gold. For that I should first of all get myself ready to buy that gold. I have to become, we call it in Sanskrit as adhikari, recipient, proper recipient. Okay? Thank you, Hare
Thank you,
Kṛṣṇa.
Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, all of you, for coming to this talk. And we have classes every morning. They are in Hindi, on Srimad Bhagavatam, a very important book on the science of happiness. So we invite you for that also. Every morning at 7:45, right? 7:45 to 8:30 to 8:45, and then Sundays we have class in Hindi in the evening, Tuesdays in English, Wednesdays we are planning. We have not started yet. We started on Sunday on different verses of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, that is for little advanced devotees who have gone through our course on Bhagavad Gita. So you can also go through that course, which is free of cost. 18 hours course. Go to givegita.com or Give Gita app. Just Give Gita. And for these classes in the morning, Give Gita Live, YouTube. Give Gita Live. Thank you very much again. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Vijaya. Srila Prabhupada ki Vijaya. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.